Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. That is number 809, aka the 100th episode of Season 6. That's right, we have hit 100 episodes in this season, and I am notorious for not doing World Tour videos, at least when we hit a milestone. I've always just wanted to avoid doing that for some reason, and this time around I thought I would give it a go. We are 100 episodes into this season, and I'd like to shine a light on particular builds and maybe some things that many of you have yet to see on the Hermitcraft server. So it might be obvious why we're in this area. There is the skeletal remains of a giant dragon in the Fantasy District. I think I've actually shown this in a couple of recent episodes, but maybe not quite as up close and personal. It also looks like there might be something over there that we should investigate. But this was put together by Mr. Ren Diggity Dog, who is working on this area with full symmetry. And they now have the remains of a dragon here, and it is built out of quartz and bone blocks, and the quartz would have been a grind. And I was watching Ren's video and he got the bone blocks from my shop, and that is awesome. Look, the tail goes all the way down over there into Tango's area. Well, since we're doing a tour, I can talk about what is going on over here as well, I guess then. So down underneath this watery lake, Tango has replaced the floor with glass that sort of looks down into his base. I think it works the other way around, because I can't actually see anything down there when I'm submerged in the water, but this is the ceiling of his area, and it is very, very cool. Let's not get too distracted though. There was a yellow ring over here, and I wanted to see where that would lead us to. It appears to drop down inside of Renspace. Let's do this then. Bam! I have never been here before, but I've seen it in his videos. Aha, yes, the two of them have this ravine going through the middle of their areas, and they're decorating it. These caves are gorgeous, loving the use of vines and leaves hanging off the ceiling. And what we might be looking at here is their spiral sorting system. So you know what a sorting system is, except this time it kind of continuously goes down and around in a spiral shape. And the caves here are looking amazing. And it's like every single block has its own little bit of storage. That must have taken forever to set up. That's absolutely bonkers. I wonder how many are here in total. So down the bottom here, it kind of opens up a little bit. Oh, it's redstone tilted on its side. For some reason, with being on its side, I didn't quite identify what it was at first. In fact, all these things are just crooked and on their side. Anyway, we reached the end of this cave, and this is something else that I was looking for. I think I know exactly what this is. So let's go into the entrance, which... shouldn't that be called the exit? Okay, no, this is an entrance to something else. Aha! This is what I thought I found. When we started the video, I noticed this little piece right here, and it had a magma block on that side, a soul sand one on that side. This takes you down to a different little room, and Ren's got a vine farm around the corner here. It grows two sets of vines into each block, so this might be a little bit more compact than you're used to. It's a clever little concept. Anyway, that was part of Renspace. A few things here I haven't actually come and seen for myself. What I would like to focus on is perhaps some of the more lesser known areas, right? I've been thinking of places I haven't gone myself. I've seen in other people's videos that you might not be aware of. And while we're in the area, we will check out Fortification Base. I don't know what that is right there, but I know if we come to this, the main circular hub of her builds, which we've actually been flying around, whizzing around with our rockets in recently. This right here is kind of stunning, right? All the water drops down, and then you have this amazing, crazy big opening. Got like a compass thing going on at the bottom. This is a large-scale build right here, and my wings refuse to activate once again. I think I have found a storage room here and Falsey's portal. I'm not really sure what other projects are hooked up in this area, so I'll have a little bit of a look around. There seems to be these big open rooms with like a lot of darkness up top. There's 4 of them in total, and the quartz panel on the ground is always a little different, and there doesn't seem to be too much that I can see built alongside them. But just down over here, I noticed a giant chicken heads. Wow, agreeing chicken heads. Yeah, that is something. I don't know why that is tucked down away here. This is not a staircase, is it? It's not a staircase. I thought it was a staircase for some reason. I didn't look at the top of it. Oh, I feel like such an idiot. There is something next to Cleo's pirate ship that we are going to have to check out. Let me give you some perspective. Concorp Studios and the pirate area is in that direction. We're in the fantasy. And over in this way is where we did our April Fool's video. Then there's the Tag Tower, and off in this direction, the Christmas area. Now, if you keep flying, you will see Tangos Mob Farm. There it is, Tango's crazy mob farm, full of mobs by the looks of it. He built this at the beginning of the season. It produces loads and loads of drops. And if you keep heading in this direction, I believe it takes you to his and Impulse's industrial farming area, which I've only ever seen in their live streams. So I thought, hey, there's a place we should go and check out. And that is not it. That is Cub Fans Kill Tango Death Machine, if you remember that old challenge. I'm actually using a fan-made map from the Reddit community. There's always a link to that in the description box if you use Reddit and want to join the Hermitcraft subreddit. If you, the person who made that map, happens to be watching, well done. It is very accurate. I'm really impressed when people can figure things out in relation to one another from just watching a video. That is a very cool skill, and it's been put to use. And now the world just needs to load so we can look around here. As we flew in, we saw some pretty crazy big farms over here. I remember Impulse building this in his video, but I haven't actually been here and checked it out for myself. So we did this last season. We used flying machines across sugarcane, and Impulse has done it here on a massive scale. This is probably like 10 to 20 times bigger than the one we built. That is seriously cool. Sugarcane for days, right? I do believe there was also once a gazillion cows inside this pen. That's why it's so big. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I shouldn't be dropping frames on my new beastly computer. This area is bringing the game to its knees. Only a little bit. It got a little bit herky-jerky as I flew over there. This is where all the cows went. Oh, and I remember watching Tango's video on this as well, and I never went and came over here and checked it for myself. I'm glad we decided to do this tour after all. I thank all y'all for encouraging me. Here we have another flying machine set up, right? And I'm guessing that it probably pushes down and destroys the pumpkins or something along those lines, although I don't see any pistons. I actually missed wherever this was, like in a video or a stream, so I don't quite know how this works. I believe the slime blocks actually push along the hopper minecarts. Can you see how they've got iron bars in them? Those iron bars are going to get dragged. And maybe the iron bars are what break the pumpkins. Huh. That kind of looks like how it works. So just behind me we have a classic villager farming setup doing different types of crops. And then I think that's pretty much everything. This in front of me is an old school tree farm design. If you've been playing this game for a long time, I don't know if these setups still get used anymore, but I love them, where you have the water funneling underneath the little rows of dirt blocks and you grow your trees on them. Fun little story for you. Before I was even making YouTube videos, one of my first little bits of engineering that I was really proud of was coming up with something like this, being able to put the water streams to collect all of the saplings. It was a really fun challenge, and still to this day I absolutely love a good engineering challenge in Minecraft. This looks different, this terrain. This, actually I know what this is. Gravel patches have been harvested here. Right, we are flying towards a location that is on the map from the Reddit that is called the Axemans Perfect Pink House. I have no idea what this is, but it should be somewhere in front of us. We also have Dark Oak Forest here, and there is a picture of a Vindicator, so I've got a feeling we might be heading to a woodland mansion. There is something over there off in the distance, but now that I've landed and looked around the corner, I see shades of pink. I believe we have found it, my friends. Also, there is a present here. Is this Iscal's present game? Whatever happened to that? From the Grinch to Murderous Axeman, Merry Christmas. I am going to bust this open. I'm guessing this has already been opened before, right? Yeah. But I have not seen it, nor was I really aware that this existed. So we have found the Axeman's Perfect Pink House. Is there an Axeman inside? It doesn't appear to be so. Oh, that is a lovely Christmas banner right there. This is awesome. Who built this? Well, now that it is night time, I shall take refuge inside and sleep in the bed, but fools beat me to it. There are some shulker boxes here, and no more signs or clues on the inside. Well, if you know, please let me know with a comment. Well, those railings I thought I saw off in the distance were a back of a building. I have no idea who made this, and it is not on the map that we have on our Hermitcraft Reddit. And I don't know who I'd guess this is, really. There may just be one way to find out. This is... okay, in we go. Yikes. Who built this? Are there any clues? This looks like a storage system to me. Well, everything here is entirely empty, and with no clues, I guess we could go into the back area I'm assuming that's what this is for. Ah, it appears to be a smelter. Now, I'm wondering if this is Mumbo's project, because Mumbo loves to build with stone bricks, and I know he was building a smelter for Sahara recently. Plus, it's got a redstone door. This might just be a Mumbo Jumbo project. Now, when it comes to tours, you'd think I'd be mad not to show off good times with Scar's base, but the reality is, every time I'm near this area, I show it to all of you and talk about how amazing and inspiring it is. Nearby, we have Cleo's incredible rainbow sail ship right here, and some sort of whale or sea beast creature that is being built. It's clearly still a work in progress, so I'll come back and check that out for myself at some point. But I haven't been here to the boat in a long time. I'm pretty sure when we played the pufferfish pranks on people, we came over here and checked it out. But it looks like perhaps there are more details than ever. We've got lots of little characters hanging out up the top here. Cleo is steering the ship. And yeah, I'm going to have a little wander around here and check out the wonderful details that she's put together. Okay, that is really quite impressive. We have hammocks. What is this? We've got carpets, probably above string, but then some sort of armor stand detail on the side here. I don't even know what combination of blocks that is, but that is spectacular. Huh. We can't see it from here, but back at the statue of Hermity, we added villagers that would be able to trade micro blocks, and I was curious to see who would make use of those, and Cleo has been making use of it with these cannonballs right here. You can see this guy is lumbering one around. I believe they are cannonballs because they are next to the cannons, and that is fantastic. And there's a kid on board, you know. Just helping out, setting off the cannons. Pirate life, that's what it is. So before recording this video, I was rattling my brains a little bit. I was thinking, what places in the shopping district haven't I really gone and checked out? I've been around all of the shops, and I think I've been to most of them in an episode. But this one right here is relatively new. It's Sherlocks Place. I don't know if this building has a name. Let's see. 221G Baker Street. Okay. And I've rung the bell. I've been jangled. Oh, there's some jangling going on around here. Now, how does this door open? Hello, everyone. It's me, the one who breaks into places. I threw an ender pearl, and it didn't work out very well, and now I'm half in a block. Yes, the piston door wouldn't open for me. It said, no, Asuma, I will not open for you. I've got a feeling Grian actually needs to be on the other side, and then, you know, opens it after the doorbell rings. Ah! Oh! Goodness me, that was a stretch. Well. I was wondering if I was in the right place or not. I've seen this in the videos. This is the desk. Very nice design, by the way. And then, where's the way out, I was wondering. Oh, look, a bubble stream, but it only goes upwards. So I investigated. I prodded and I poked, and I looked for a button, and I found one, and I believe I found a secret entrance. That is something I have not seen before. Is this the real office back here? And this is it, isn't it? Wait a minute, you can walk through these. Can I go through this one? No, it actually appears to be a proper painting. There is a broken window here. I'm starting to wonder how other people get in and out of this building. Well, if there is a downstairs area to this, we're not going to see it today, unfortunately. Ah, here is something I've seen from above flying over. Ijevin's house, I think it got pranked at Christmas. Maybe it got jangled. These things are everywhere at the moment. I keep picking them up and then throwing them away. I don't want no biscuits. Yes, someone came over here and decorated Jevin's house. I'm going to guess it's only on the outside, though. It looks very cool from up above, though. Yes, a very nice view right there of a snowy house. Anyway, we now head off in this direction, which will lead us to Stress Monster and Iskau, and also Zedif is down there as well. And I've watched his videos, but I've never really been sure where he's building his bases, because he basically builds mini bases all over the map. So we're going to try and find a few of them. But as we approach here, the train is on our right. We checked this out in a recent episode. And then the ice castle is right in front of us. There is something here that I really like, but the world just won't load properly at the moment, will it? Okay, that's better. What I wanted to say that I liked was this part over here. the bottom of it, the way it hangs down, it makes me feel like that part is like an upside down castle reaching into the water. It's probably not quite what she was trying to go for, but I just love the architecture of it. And this whole build is really, really fantastic. And I think it might have gotten a little bit bigger since I last came by. Do you know what? That bit over my shoulder right there, that is new. I have not seen that before. Fantastic. What a time to arrive. I am going to have a sneaky look on the inside. Present for you. Thank you for being awesome. How very kind. What a nice little message. Oh, a diamond block. That is very, very generous. I appreciate it. And there isn't too much on the inside here. Anyway, this build's just fantastic. I mean, it's looking like I can't fly. It's looking pretty incredible already. I don't know how much further this thing has to go till it's finished, but it is pretty spectacular, right? So behind Stress Monster's Ice Castle, you have Iskal's area. And then you also have his second area. This is some sort of sandstone settlement that looks pretty crazy. There is a lot of buildings here. And then a temple off in the distance. I've seen it only on his videos. I think I flew over here one time. I'd like to fly over here again. Wow, that is really cool. A gold vault. Looks lovely, doesn't it? And then I think this is pretty unfinished. Yep, this looks like an unfinished build to me. Well, this place is gorgeous. I love it. The architecture's fantastic. It's got a real ambience to it, you know? This is great. I think the choice of colours here is really fantastic. Got your yellows, your browns, your reds, and on occasion some achacha over here. And I really like this as well. That's stripped birch, right? And that mixes in pretty well with the sand, but it's only being used at the base and on the corners, which makes it look a little bit hardened and weathered, and that is just a really good use of detail. And I like this banner right here. I feel like I'm being led somewhere. This feels like ruins. Like I was going to say, this is half done, this is unfinished, but it actually feels purposefully like a ruin. I mean, just look at this little bit right here. It feels like the land has been collapsed, but that's surely been built. I don't think Iskal would sort of half build this and then give up. I don't know. Really feels like it's a ruins to me. So according to the map that I have, if we fly in this direction, we will eventually come to Xisumavoid Space, and I'm not sure what his iSpace looks like, so I will keep my eyes peeled. This is it right here. Yes. And there is a chicken on the top of it. How does one get into this place? Okay, there is a sunken ship at the bottom of this iceberg, and I've just got to step back and say, that is kind of epic. That's an epic little discovery right there. Aha! Finally, a way in. Okay, down the spiral staircase we go. I think the concept of this was to make an iceberg out of glass. Hello, Minty. Minty the bear. Oh, like the glacier mints. I get it. I don't know what that is right there. Oh, there's like a second area above, I guess. But yeah, this is Xisumavoid's storage system we can see in the middle. Let's have a look through his items. Oh, look at this! Look at this, colour-coded and numbered as well. I like it. I like good shulkerbox organisation. And at the bottom we have a nether portal and another way in that I didn't spot before when I was swimming around. Where shall we go to next? It was indeed an iceberg base, so I believe we'll go to Zed's pyramid base next. Or we can go here. Those are some very evil looking eyes. As you can see from the depth of field here, this is actually like a big room with the eyeball at the back. What is that? Oh, I see. Just blocks with torches behind, so they're lit up. Very cool. There's also this spiral staircase in front, and this is another one of the places that I've yet to visit myself. So this is some sort of smeltery array, I believe. But Zed decided to build it inside the bottom of a lava lake. And the reason you got all of these blocks, I believe, is so you can reach through the outside and right-click with a bucket. Now, I was kind of expecting to see some buckets inside of here. Or maybe that's actually where they get sucked down below. So yes, I believe the concept is you come in here, you scoop up some of the lava with some buckets, and then drop them in, and you've got fuel for smelting. Let's check it out. Is there anything in here? No, it's all entirely empty. Well, my theory could be incorrect, but it would be a pretty strange place to use a furnace and not take advantage of all the lava. Okay, let's start recording again, because when I walk around this corner, I need to go Look at that. That's quite a sight. This, I believe, are cactus and sugarcane farms, evidence of the cactus and sugarcane. But I watched Zed's video about this, and I think the concept is that when it grows, the cactus will fly off in a random direction and potentially land in one of these water streams and go down to the bottom. It's clearly not one of those like efficiency designs, but it's definitely an interesting design in terms of aesthetics. I mean, this whole thing is kind of mesmerizing. I like it, and I kind of want to drop in, to be honest. I'm going to drop in. I've got rockets if I need to get out. Look at that. I just got me some free cactus. What's going on with collecting these items? Are they supposed to go over here? Ah, look, some of it ends up over on this side. Right. Okay. And some of it over here, I'm guessing. Very slowly moving over there. No, actually, if you look at the water stream, it's got a little bit of a problem there. Oh, right. I flew out of there up to the ceiling, and I'm not sure if there's too much else to see here from the outside, but I do happen to know that this door is opened by the rotation of these blocks right here. On this season of Hermitcraft, we actually have a wrench for rotating terracotta blocks. I don't think I've ever used that once, but ZF used it to make like a combination lock to get inside of the pyramid here, which is looking really cool. Is that something else? That looks like something else. I see a structure, a wall that doesn't look very vanilla. I will guess that this is one of Zed's other projects, the fortification of this village. And it has done its job in keeping out a husk. I don't think there's anything else of interest here, but the wall around it is cool looking. Oh, and have we discovered something else by flying around? Ah, I know what this is. It stresses chickens area thing. We did a prank over here, so you'll probably be familiar with this area. This is where the chickens live and poop out different blocks based on what type of chicken it is you have adopted. Yes, this one, for example, literally poops out clay. Although I believe, oh goodness me, lava. I believe it might be dead. My friends, we have a few more locations to get to, and may I remind you, this isn't like a complete tour of everything. I just wanted to go to some locations that were interesting to me, like the dragon at the beginning, even though we'd seen that recently, and other places that I hadn't really seen before. For example, this behind me is the Concorp Creeper Farm, and it's just the basic farm with the roof, and so I'm guessing there's some sort of trapdoor setup inside of here, meaning that only creepers can spawn there. And then I guess all their drops get collected and probably delivered down to somewhere around here. Or maybe not. Maybe into the shulker box. There you go. They go into the shulker boxes. And there's the Concorp logo. And directly north of the farm, is it still loaded behind me? It is. We have the Big Logs Incorporated Island, which apparently has a massive, massive melon farm off the side of it. This is where Ren hustles down and chops all of his trees and collects all the drops. And as you'll see, there are tons and tons of logs in this area. Or maybe not tons, but there. Oh wait, no, there really is quite a lot of logs here. And now from this location, we shall fly directly west, because apparently thousands and thousands of blocks away, False has built a squid farm. And there's also a giant enderman holding an end portal block. That was also built by False. Down there in the water, there is the end portal, and that is really cool. Okay, this might be a little bit anticlimactic. I believe it might literally just be this thing built in a river. Oh, there's also a pyramid over there. It has a really big icon on the map, which made me think that maybe there was some crazy sort of build here. This is just a sugarcane farm. And then over here, this looks like it might be the ink farm. Okay, the pyramid houses this portal. And then over here, I think this is where the actual farm is. I've got a feeling these leaf blocks are the roof of it, because in the surrounding perimeter, there are lots of rivers that have been cleared out. And look at that, it's the sugarcane design. So the squid will spawn in the water and fall into the sugarcane to the side, and then head all the way down to the bottom. Aha, I found my way to the collection area. Want ink? Visit False's ink shop in town. Farm not for public use. Fair enough. This must be where all the ink gathers. And there isn't too much of it stored up. Oh, I believe I have walked into the farm itself now. I didn't realise we could actually go there. Shouldn't there be minecarts picking up these ink sacks? Well, anyway. How do I get out of here? I don't want to break any blocks by mistake. Alright, the island that you see below me is a reserved area of Hermitcraft, which may one day become Moon Base Alpha. And a certain little mumbo jumbo, being Mumbo, has come over here and built a farm, and it is on the map, and I was hoping it wasn't anything too big scale, but then again, Moonbase Alpha might have a tower incorporated into it. I don't know. I don't even know if that project's going to go ahead, because it was Scar's idea to build basically like a moon area, and this was going to be it. Now, I don't know what on earth this is. This kind of looks like a sort of Ilmango super technical farm, right? One of those ones that tricks block updates and makes the chorus grow really fast. That would be my guess, and behind it a more primitive design with some cedar areas right here where you can just grab these ones, and then the bigger ones where you can get all of the other chorus drops as well as the flowers. Cool. So that was on the map, and that leaves us with one more location, which is straight ahead of us in that direction. Actually, it's off to the side a little bit, and we can see it from here. This is Iceberg Base, the fidget spinner, as he called it himself. I've only just seen it in Jevon's videos, and I've never come out here for myself, and wow, that is quite a big and bold shape. And there is a lot of glass that has been used right here. There's another little chick that's been dropped off on top of the base. I've got one of those in mine. And wow, this has got a nice feel when you walk around it. I think our perspective just changed because we've got speed 2. And this has got an interesting feel when you're on the inside. And Jevon's got loads of water to clear. That will be a pain in the bum, my friend. A big old pain in the bum. Okay, I know many of you have seen this place, but let's say that there's a tiny minute fraction of you that have just subscribed. Maybe you're checking out your first episode of Hermitcraft, and you haven't seen this place. Well, this is my base right here, and I love flying around the outside of it, but I'll tell you a little something. I've barely been here for a couple of weeks now. We pretty much finished all of the building process, and then I just come back here to pick up materials from time to time, and because I've got so much stuff in my shulker boxes, I've barely even been doing that as well. But there you go, that's my base. This is the inside, and part of the ceiling isn't actually finished. Somehow I managed to completely miss that, but it'll get done with time, and eventually that portal will get removed as well. So if there was anything you liked in today's episode, maybe you saw a build by another hermit that you were interested in, you can always head over to hermitcraft.com to find a list of all the hermits, and there you can get access to all their videos and all of that cool stuff as well, right? So don't be shy, go and investigate some of these other hermits if you like what you saw today. And we're wrapping things up in here in the Nether Hub. If you just so happen to have not seen this as well, there's another incredible build here on the server. This one was a communal effort though. And I think this is where we shall be wrapping up this episode of Hermitcraft. My friends, if you have enjoyed it, then leave a like as always. Thank you for your support on the channel. And I'll be seeing you very soon with another one. So, ciao for now. Bye-bye.